Good night, St. Martin, and welcome to your favorite online program, www.SXMTalk.com. Of course, I'm your host, Christopher Emmanuel, and it's live and serious discussion tonight. And we have some serious issues that we will be tackling, that we will be talking about. I don't know, I may be, how should I put it? I may be ostracized from my political party after my views and thoughts tonight that I will be bringing across. However, I feel that one should be fair on the program, and if you're going to criticize one government for doing one thing, then I think criticism is also in place. Constructive criticism is also in place for the same government or the other government that is continuously doing the same thing, whether you're part whether you're part of the government or not. So call someone, call a friend, tell them to log on tonight, because I'll be really getting a bit feisty with my people tonight. So St. Martin, once again, thank you for logging on with us here today, Friday of September. I've been reading the newspapers for the past week and listening to a lot of what the comments that are coming over, listening to people around the area. I had a friend that recorded the whole proceeding of the zoning meeting that they had in the Simpsonbay area. You know, and we had a very, how should I put it, a very heated debate in the studio earlier about the whole aspect of zoning and what is it all about. And I'm also looking at this situation or this issue, if I should call it, what is going on with it, with about 50 to 51 teachers who have yet not received their salaries and stuff like that. But I really want to talk about that also. And we have, I don't know, I think it's confirmed for the Minister of Education to be here with us on the program, which will be on Sunday, which is Hard Talk. And I told the minister I don't like to interview people that I like, because then I can't be as hard as I would like to be. But you know, I am trying to grasp and list off a number of things that when the government that is there now, or part of the government that I am part of now, when we were in opposition, things that we used to talk about, and have they been addressed. And I have picked a few things. For example, the Causeway. The Causeway is one, right? Emilio Wilson is the other one. Gas prices is one other. And the ring road is another one. So we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 things. And I must say, from the 4 things that I have called or I've named off here, which is the Causeway, which is Emilio Wilson, which is gas prices, and the ring road, I don't think that this government is doing much of a good job in solving these issues. I don't think that government now have that same vigorosity that they had when they was in opposition talking about these issues. Now, many would say, Chris, get off of the Emilio Wilson case because government is purchasing a large chunk of Emilio Wilson estate. Okay, fine. Then we can, you know, sort of put a thumbs up for this, but I still don't see it that way. But let's talk about this Causeway issue. And the main reason why I'm bringing in this Causeway issue has to do, right, with a zoning meeting that they had in Simpsonbay the other day gone, where government find it fit, and the Minister of Infrastructure, Domain Affairs, my political party leader, the Honorable Minister William Marlin, was given a breakdown of what is happening in Simpsonbay, or what is going on in Simpsonbay. And he went on to say that the approach in terms of dealing with the situation down in Simpsonbay was wrong on behalf of government. It was wrong, you know? And he went on to mention that there is regulations with the airport, and this need to be done and to be brought up to date, and to keep our international ranking. A, B, and C needs to be done. So basically, what is going on is that the people that are living in that area, the airport will be in discussions with them for them to vacate the premises, vacate their properties, and a financial settlement would be given, you know, once the place is appraised, and negotiation will be going on. And I'm having a discussion with some of my partners, some of my friends, whether we are here in the studio, whether we are on the job, and they are telling me, Chris, but government is right. We are in the business of tourism. So we got to maintain our international ranking. We have to maintain our standing. We got to make sure that our airport is up to par. And if internationally A, B, and C needs to be done, then our government has an obligation to see that A, B, and C should be done. Fine, fair enough. My point is, government can't always have it their way. Government also should be held accountable and responsible for the things that they do when it jeopardizes the lives of people. And that's the discussion. That's my point. I understand the reasons why government have to do what they want to do. But I am saying government ought to have a vision and not to be myopic. Not to be with saddles on their eyes like horses. Because when it comes, sorry, to the benefit of individuals in government, they go all out. And they know exactly what to be done. So if government knew that, hey, look, listen, the airport needs so much and so much amount of land, so much and so much amount of property to get this done, why did government allow people to continuously build in that area, give out permits, and now you want to go and tell the people and them who is at the bottom of the table that they need to vacate and move and take whatever settlement they are getting and leave? I have a serious issue with the approach of government. You are responsible and you should be held accountable, government, for now jeopardizing the lives of people. In addition to that, the people are saying that you're picking on one side of that area, one part of that area, a certain group of people, and you're leaving others go. So the Spadaros and the big hotels and the money people in that area, they're okay. They're okay. We ain't touching them because, you know, there's where the contributions come from. And I'm saying to myself, look, listen, these sort of things happen all over the world. Those with money get away with everything. Those with money get things done. Right? We cannot have a government running this country, whether it's past, whether it's present, and whether it's future to come, continue to do the same things over and over and over and want to see change. You as government knew. And yes, I agree that we can't blame one government for the decisions and the things that another government did. But government is a continuation. Okay? Government is a continuation. And you allowed people to build in an area when you knew that they will have to be leaving and they have to vacate and have to get out from that area. And you're in coalition. Your coalition partners are part of that previous government. But they are not getting the sanction. They are not getting the whipping. In my opinion, I don't think politically, strategy, that this is a good move right now. I really don't think so. All right? You're asking people to uproot their lives, to give up their property. Yes, it's government long lease land. Yes, it's government this. But what is government responsibility in allowing this to happen? Government already set a precedent already. They are the ones, government issue them the building permit. Issue them the land in long lease. And then again, what about the rumor that are circulating around that there are some government officials who have already bought up land on the stretch because they already foresee or have an insight in what is to come in that area? That's a rumor. Those things have been circulating. You see, and yes, my government are the ones in power now as a coalition. But if I don't agree with something, I have an opinion. And if I'm doing a talk show, if I'm doing a talk program, I have a responsibility to be fair. To be fair. Okay? Government should be held accountable for the situation that is going on right now in terms of the building, in terms of the zoning, in terms of the situation in Simpsonbay, because government allow it to happen. And whenever political favors needs to be done and needs to be carried out, this is what we get. And again, let's look at it again. Who has to pay for it? The people. What is government lost in this? What is government losing? Huh? What is government sanction? Nothing. Nothing, but the people are losing. So you see, again, when elephant fights, the grass suffer. And this is how we do things here in St. Martin. We do things without exploring the broader and the wider picture. We take advantage of situation for political reasons. The Deputy Prime Minister is not affected in this. The Prime Minister is not affected in this. Okay? Most of, if not all of the members of Parliament are not affected by this. Most, if not all of the members and ministers are not affected by this. They're not affected. And they're the ones that made the decision. Commissioners passed. They're not affected by it. So you see, people, this is why when I come on the program, I always ask you guys to be smart, to think. Please use your brain and start to judge and hold the ones accountable for putting you in the situation that you're in right now. You know who they are. And Simpsonbay, I'm going to tell it to you as is. I'm going to tell it to you as is. This is a Democratic Party situation that now the National Alliance in coalition with the Democratic Party is coming to tell you guys, move. So who are you going to hold accountable? Who are you going to hold responsible? Because predominantly, historically, the majority of Simpsonbay votes for the Democratic Party. So it's as if you give a whip to the same people to beat you guys with. And 2014 come around, it will be very interesting to see who you will sanction for this. That's the message I have to leave with Simpsonbay tonight. I want to go with the gas prices, you know, and I don't like to be fooled. I don't like to be bamboozled. I don't like to be taken advantage of. I don't like when one tries to insult my intelligence. I don't like when, because you could have been a normal, regular person, But because you get a few votes and you became a member of parliament, you became a minister, all of a sudden, you know, you're right. What you say goes. You're the one that has the authority. Okay, you can make a decision. And I just say it here over and over and over. I just preach it here over and over and over. Government, it is time where you come with a better excuse and something more reasonable than just telling us international prices around the world. International prices around the world. Gas prices have gone up twice in 1 week. Twice in 1 week. And what's the reason? Well, me for one, I am not saying that it cannot happen. I am not saying that it shouldn't happen. But give us a reason why it's happening. Give us an explanation. I mean, come on. What is it you feel as if you don't owe nothing to the people? You could just simply... And this is what frustrates me. All we are asking is to come and speak to us now. People of St. Martin, right? The government is in need of revenues because in terms of the budget, the CFT recommends this. These are the consequences. And because of that, we have to raise gas prices for 3 weeks, for 2 weeks. So gas price would be raised from 10 cents to 12 cents, whether it's a liter or unleaded or whatever. Tell us the truth. Level with the people. Reason with the people. Let us know what is going on. But don't just feel that you can just come and just, you know, do it because you can do it. Come on. Huh? And this is what it says. Public announcement. Due to developments on the international crude oil market and the tense continuing international situation involving Iran and the Middle East, oh my goodness, the prices for crude oil have experienced an increase. Take it into consideration that our local prices of the refined petroleum products follow the trend of price of crude oil on the international market. Our diesel and LPG prices have experienced a price increase as well. Given the aforementioned, the general public is hereby informed that of Tuesday, September the 4th, 2012, the prices for petroleum products have been adjusted as follows. And I am saying that this is crap. This is not, what you know what this is? This is copy and paste. That's what this is. Huh? So it's going to always be Iran. It's going to always be the Middle East. That's what it's always going to be. That's copy and paste. Because this is the same thing that the previous government used to say, used to put in the papers. So it's nothing new. And I'm saying it's BS. It's nonsense, it's crap. Level with the people and tell them the reason why. Stop telling us this stupidness. Stop telling us this asinine. It's folly. Because of Iran and the Middle East and tensions. Okay, good. Who tell you all that that's the reason why internationally is going up? Because I didn't see it nowhere on CNN, on BBC. I didn't read it nowhere on the crude oil news network that comes on. The price index. I didn't read that. Where did you get your information from, government? What's the research? Huh? I mean, but are you good? Are you good? Because St. Martin people seem to be a bunch of monkeys. So we could tell them what they want and do them what they want. I read this already. This same thing, I read it already. Tensions with Iraq, with Iran, and the Middle East. So gas price going up. Listen to me. Before I born, there was tensions in the Middle East. Before I born, and I'm 36 years old. There have been tensions. Okay, Lord, man, at least change it sometimes now. Say tensions in South America. Tensions in South Africa with a gold mine. Tell us something else different. Jeez. It's always Iran. When it was Iraq, it was Iraq. Now it's Iran. Come on, tell us something else different. Tensions with North Korea. And I'm saying to myself, let me take a deep breath. Let me leave this alone. Government, what is going on with the ring road? What is the real issue, the real story with the ring road? What is it really with the ring road? Because what I don't get is the continuation of government. When are we gonna complete a project? When are we gonna complete digging my nose on the show? When are we gonna complete one project, finish it, done it, and then move on to our next one? Listen. 5, 6, 7, almost 10 years ago, we still have cables out of the ground in certain areas. When you're coming on the Prince Bernard Bridge, on the side to go in Fort William. Okay, almost 5 years ago, there is cable, the orange thick cables, still there on the side out of the ground by the pole. I mean, and then you just hear people like Boncampa coming on talking about we digging trenches. And we checking out this and we making, what the hell are you making sure with what? And listen, you see coming out of the Parliament building on the side of the old Parliament building, it got a piece. How long must that keep busting people toe? You know how many tourists and people and locals alike I've seen tripped over that piece of little metal? And then on the other side by the market, there are no, where the people that get paid for these kind of things? And now we're hearing our esteemed Prime Minister, you know, because this nice and gracious, benevolent individual seems to be untouchable. All right? Talking about the new, the thing is, you can't even call that government building new anymore, because how long is there now? That's not new anymore. You can't even call it new, right? They're trying to find monies to complete it. How much more monies are we trying to look for to complete it, to talk to the contractor, RGM? Okay, what was projected? Well, and this is what I just talk about. Holding those responsible for the taxpayers' money, the people's money. Okay? Something like that was supposed to cost 7 million, 10 million, 15 million, 21 million. And how is it that you, Prime Minister, sat down there with former Deputy Prime Minister going to get a bond of $150 million to restructure the harbor loan and build a causeway, something that nobody wants. But the elephant of the government building sitting there, okay? And we couldn't get nothing. You see, this, and in our brilliance, we could sit down behind a mic and in a press briefing every Wednesday and just jabber off all sorts of words. And we are looking into this, and we're trying to find monies, and I'm saying to myself, but you know what, Simani people, I'm going to come back to us again, because we like it, because we just sit down behind our TV every Wednesday. And we'd lock our ears to the radio and the Prime Minister talking and everybody's on silence. But the Prime Minister could be talking nonsense too. Not because she's Prime Minister, I mean she's right with the things that she's saying. Yeah. You don't know that? St. Martin people, we are being taken for a ride. We are being bamboozled in this country. And we are being bamboozled by our leaders, by our politicians. They are fooling us, they are taking us for a ride, and they are taking advantage of us. That's what they're doing. You know? I want to ask our good Minister of Health, you know, how you felt about that article from the hospital, what is sent back to you. And I'm trying to understand this, right? The lawyer said that the hospital is a private foundation and you as minister has no authority to request that the board resign. You, minister, said that as Minister of Health, you have a responsibility and an obligation, okay, to the people. You have an obligation. So the thing is, right? The thing is, who trumps who? Okay? Because I don't think I want a private institution to be the one responsible for my health. Because then I can't hold a private institution responsible. I can't hold a private institution accountable. And then you now, minister, you have no say. Because you can't do nothing because they tell you that plain out in the papers today. Basically, they tell you shut your mouth, mind your business, and check yourself from slandering me or else. That's what they're saying. So, who am I to hold responsible and accountable for health? Who? How did these people get on a board? Who are paying the board? Okay? Who's paying the hospital? These are the things that I'm asking because this is a very serious situation. And we seem to have some arrogant individuals operating and running this hospital. They seem, you know, St. Martin seems to be the place to come when you want to jump and ride people and take advantage of them. It's like, oh, come to St. Martin. Because St. Martin people will and can't and simply doing nothing but continue to just do what you want to do with them. All right? This is a serious situation at the hospital because if the hospital is a private institution, a private foundation, and the Minister of Health can't do nothing, then it is left up to me to satisfy my grief and my anger if something happened. And then I should make up my mind to deal with the consequences after. Okay? And this is what I'm talking about. St. Martin Medical Center requests you, and insofar as necessary summons you, to immediately cease this interference and public slandering of the St. Martin Medical Center, concluded the attorneys in their latest, letter or whatever it was, which was copied to Parliament's Permanent Committee for Public Health, to the media. This is what the hospital is telling the government of St. Martin, the representative that people voted for to do their bidding. Here we have an institution, okay, that is telling you, government, not only the minister, but the members of Parliament that's on the committee, the Permanent Committee for Health, shut your mouth. Who you think you be? You can't tell me nothing. Check yourself, partner. As a matter of fact, I go from here. Don't come telling me nothing. Stop your slandering. And sorry. And they said, insofar they addressed the letter. Now, the minister now is the one saying that, look, listen, send the letter, or you should resign. But here comes the attorney, the arrogance, the braveness. Something wrong with our system. Not only are they telling the minister, the one responsible for public health, but they are telling Parliament, the bosses, the lawmakers, the legislators, shut your mouth. Hey, boy, we good. Seriously, we good in this country. We good in this country. You ain't got no say. You can't tell me what to do. The hospital is private. And as a matter of fact, continue sending your patients there. Continue having SVB pay us. Seriously? And you see, this is what has made me say that these people should be locked up in government. They should seriously be locked up, because we're going to build a blinking, stupid, nonsensical bridge for 40 million and got a hospital talking to us this way. You know what I done with this program tonight? No, serious. Because this is the height of stupidness. And then you get the now government saying it is too far gone. We can't stop it. Contracts have been signed. Who signed them? Let the people know who signed these contracts. Who are the individuals? Because somebody in government had to sign something. Who did it? Who was the one that signed it? We want to know, because he deserved to be lynched. But no. Everybody quiet. It gone too far. We're going to lose the money and we're going to have no bridge. So what? Who cares? Look at the situation at the hospital. Who tell you that's what the people want? Let us know who did the signing. And let me say this to government, and let me say this to the minister, Mr. Pantoflet. I'm watching you good enough. And St. Martin people, remember I said it here. A water park? Remember you're on record saying it, you know? I surely hope it's a water park and not a dolphinarium. That big pool that I got up in Point Blanche next to the harbor. A water park? Okay. Fine. I know, because I know government so good. They're going to create one side with a water park, and then they're going to go and find a flipper somewhere and throw him in and say, yeah, we just throw in one dolphin just to add to the water park. Okay? Yeah, it's Friday. I've had enough for tonight. We're going to call it an early night. Some man people enjoy the weekend, because I'm getting feisty. I'm getting irate because too much. I can't say the words that come into my mind. I can't say it. Take care of yourself, St. Martin people. Enjoy the balance of the Friday night. Enjoy the weekend. Be careful out there. God bless each and every one of you guys. Goodbye.
There was a time when people dare not utter a word. There was a time when people were in the dark and searching for accurate information. Just when all hope is lost and frustration hangs in the balance, SXMTalk emerges and broke the silence. Join host Christopher Emmanuel for live and serious discussions and hard talk.